Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing well. It's Onam festival this time of the year, and everyone in Kerala and even Keralites all around the world must be really busy getting ready for Onam. So here I am all the way from Muscat preparing an Onam Sadhya. I have done from Riyadh and even from Kerala, so it's the first time preparing from here. I started all the preparations the day before, or else it will not finish by lunchtime, though some dishes I had to skip because of the time constraints. But you feel good to see your family enjoying the dishes prepared all alone for them. Hope you will like this video. Keep watching. Before starting anything, I like the kitchen to be clean, especially the stove, because stove will need to do a lot of work. So beginning goes well, it ends well. I'm soaking black chana dal and red cowpeas because I will need these in 2-3 dishes. This is rice that's specifically used to prepare kheer or the Paayasam. It's called Paayasam Ari. Ari means rice. I don't know if this rice is used for any other purpose. You get whole as well as broken. I went for the whole. Now boil 1 liter milk. Here you will need a deep, thick bottomed pressure cooker. First add half cup water into this, and this is to avoid milk getting burnt at the bottom. After the water boils, add the hot milk. To this goes in 1 cup sugar, which is a perfect amount. When this boils, add the washed and drained rice. Give a mix. Now keep this on very low flame and cook for 35 minutes. Whistle may come or not, but doesn't matter. For Onam Sadhya, cutting the vegetables need a lot of time. So for that reason, I bought readily packed sambar mix from the store. This saved a lot of time. Sambar, when prepared a day ahead, tastes really good. So preparing a simple yet delicious sambar that my family loves. I'm roasting some grated coconut with a few curry leaves and some coconut oil. Roast till it's light brown shade. I kept on low flame and slow roasted so that I could move on to the other work. For sambar, again cooking half cup toor dal in a pressure cooker with 1 cup water. Cook for just 1 whistle. Don't forget to roast this in between. Here are the vegetables. I washed them well and kept aside. From this I separated okra, as I will fry them and add later along with tomato. 5 minutes were still remaining, but I could see milk spilling, so I turned off the flame. If yours doesn't happen this way, you may complete 35 minutes. The dal is done, keeping it aside till needed. Now this has roasted well and turned light brown. To this goes in 3 heaped tablespoons of sambar powder, and again roast this on low flame for another 5 to 10 minutes. I use this wide open clay pot for sambar. Added the vegetables along with 1 cup of warm water. I found that there wasn't raw plantain in the mix. This is my husband's favorite in sambar, so I'm adding one, and along with that again 1 more cup of warm water. Now cook this on medium flame. You will have to soak some tamarind in hot water to make pulp out of it. When the vegetables are half cooked, add the tamarind pulp. Mix and let this cook for another 2 or 3 minutes. Now add the cooked dal and the roasted coconut along with some warm water into a blender and blend till it's a smooth paste. Frying the okra in some coconut oil till you see that gooey stretchy thing disappearing from it. Now add to the pot along with 1 tomato and mix. Cook this for 2 minutes. Now goes in the coconut blend. Add enough hot water. This will get thick as it sits. Check salt and add. When it boils, chop in a handful coriander leaves. Just to balance it all, I added half a tablespoon of powdered jaggery. Mix and this is done. Now time for tempering. Heat coconut oil, splutter mustard seeds, dried red chillies and curry leaves. Cover immediately to lock the flavor and then mix after a few minutes. Sambar is done. I will have tough time if I don't wash my dishes on the go. And I still had a lot after having the meal. But had I not cleaned on the go, it would have been a disaster in the kitchen. Always keep a small bowl or a small basket to put in your peels so that you don't untidy your countertop. The main item in Onam Sadhya are vegetables, as it is a vegetarian meal and you will need a lot of coconut. But I guess there are no coconut versions too. But for us, adding coconut adds the authentic taste. After the pressure is all released, the kheer is done. It's thick and it will again get more thick as it sits. So you can add warm water just before serving. I would suggest you to prepare this the next day as this has chances to spoil fast. Or else keep it in a cool place where your air condition is switched on. Now for another dish that can be prepared a day before is Kaallan. For this, in a pot, add yam and raw plantain both cubed. Add turmeric powder, red chilli powder, black pepper powder, which is the main ingredient for this dish. Some salt. Add around 1 cup of warm water and let this cook on high flame first. Curd and coconut are another prime ingredients you will see. So I'm warning you, you will see a lot. Blend grated coconut with cumin seeds and green chillies along with some water. Once this boils, reduce the flame a bit and then cook. The red cowpeas have soaked well, so I'm cooking it with some water and salt. Cook this on high flame till first whistle, then reduce the flame and cook for 4 whistles. The water in this is almost gone and the vegetables are cooked. At this time you need to add half tablespoon of ghee, which I forgot. I added 2 cups blended thick curd and keep stirring. This will not curdle, so keep stirring gently. Now reduce this to half the quantity and then you can add the coconut blend. Mix well and let this cook for 2 or 3 minutes more. To temper, heat coconut oil along with 1 tablespoon ghee. Splutter mustard seeds, then goes in half teaspoon fenugreek seeds, dried red chillies and curry leaves. Pour over and cover to lock the flavor. Mix well and this is ready. To have more space in the kitchen, I kept everything that's ready on the dining table. This is done. I removed it to a bowl and then cooked the chana dal the same way, but for 2 whistles after the first whistle. Moving on to the next, that's erisheri, prepared with pumpkin, and for this, the cooked cowpeas will be used. Chop the pumpkin into big cubes and add to a kadai. Add red chilli powder, turmeric powder, black pepper powder, salt and water that's just enough to cook the pumpkins, which doesn't need much time in fact. Cover and cook on medium flame. Blend grated coconut along with green chillies, cumin seeds, garlic cloves and warm water. This is almost done. Add around half to 3/4 cup of the cooked cowpeas on top. Then goes in the coconut blend. You don't have to mix, just layer it on top and cook till the steam comes through. It takes almost 3 to 4 minutes. Now heat a kadai and pour in some coconut oil. Give a mix to this. Add some salt. I like it a bit dry, so letting it cook for a few more minutes. Now to the hot oil, splutter mustard seeds, cumin seeds, dried red chillies, chopped green chilli and grated coconut. Mix well, adding few curry leaves. Now this is done. Turning off the flame. When the coconut turns to a nice brown shade, almost crispy in texture, this is done to be added into the pumpkin mix. Mix well and this is ready. I'm preparing all these late night, not sure what's the time now. How much ever less ingredients I take, there will be leftovers from Onam Sadhya. Next is preparing what we call koot curry. To the chana dal, I'm adding yam and raw plantain that's cubed. Then along with that, 2 slit green chillies and red chilli powder. Mix and let this be cooked for just 1 whistle. You will need roasted coconut for this, so in a kadai, add grated coconut, cumin seeds, shallots, curry leaves along with some coconut oil. Once the pressure is all released, open the lid. There will be some water left, so turn on the flame and let the water evaporate a bit. This is done. As you can see, the grated coconut turned to a brown color. Blend this in a mixer jar. If you want, you can add some warm water. Now add the coconut blend into this. Mix everything well. Check salt and add. Finally, the tempering for this. Heating some coconut oil, splutter mustard seeds, dried red chillies and now add the mixture into the oil. Mix everything well. Final few of the ingredients are black pepper powder and cumin powder. This dish has a mild sweet taste, so adding some powdered jaggery. Mix well and this is done. After this, I checked the time and it was 5 a.m. in the morning. I was feeling really tired, so I straight went to sleep as I know if I stay awake more, I will fall somewhere. So to take some rest, I went to sleep, and this is never a healthy way, but it happens just once or twice a year. I left everything as it is and went to bed. Only thing I did was covered any dishes that was left open to cool down. First things first, I cleaned up the kitchen mess, that being the sink first, which had all the leftover dishes from the last night. I think not last night, early morning. Then is the stove, which had all the mess of the oil and few drops of curries here and there. I had to prepare few more dishes that I had planned, but not all I could make. As I said in the beginning, due to time constraints, I had to skip. I was moving the camera here and there in the kitchen. That's why I couldn't show what my family was doing other side. While I was busy handling my department, my husband was doing the laundry, kids were cleaning up their rooms, they had some school works to complete. Luckily, this day was Saturday when everybody was at home. I didn't have to hurry prepare breakfast for the tiffin. We had our breakfast parcel from a restaurant nearby. Back to the cooking. I cooked one beetroot in pressure cooker, adding some water for one whistle. On the other side, I chopped one cucumber and mixed it with some salt to let the water ooze out from it. These are what we make beetroot kichadi and cucumber kichadi. While that had to be waited, I didn't wait to move on to the next. We normally make a dish what we call pulishiri with ripe mangoes, ripe plantains or pineapple. Today I made it with grapes just for a change. I took 1 cup and a little more of red grapes. These are really sweet ones. Added some water along with slid green chillies, some curry leaves, few crushed ginger, turmeric powder and salt. Mix and cook on medium flame. Forgot to add some red chilli powder as well. For this again you will need to blend grated coconut along with green chillies and cumin seeds. Use warm water to make it a paste. Grapes are cooked, it takes less time to get it done. Add the coconut blend along with some warm water. Let it cook for 2 minutes. Just a teaspoon of powdered jaggery, or you can even add sugar if you want. This has got thick. Now add thick curd and stir continuously for 2 or 3 minutes. You don't have to boil it completely. When it begins to boil, just turn off the flame. Temper with mustard seeds, dried red chillies and curry leaves in hot oil. This is ready. Normally when we make beetroot kichadi, we grate it raw and then cook. Here I boil first to save some time. Adding a bit of water from the cooker. Keep on low flame, and this is already cooked. So the next set of ingredients needed for this is grated coconut with a small piece of ginger and green chillies. Now add the coconut and mix for 2 or 3 minutes. Add a bit of salt. Now goes in half cup thick curd. Turn off the flame and mix well. Temper again with mustard seeds, dried red chillies and curry leaves in hot coconut oil. And that's done. You can see the water that has come out from the cucumber. Strain the water by squeezing the cucumber and keep aside. To this goes in the same ingredients we added for the beetroot. Here we are not cooking it. Add this to the cucumber and mix well. Then add 2 or 3 heaped tablespoons of thick curd and mix well. Check salt and add. Now temper it the same way. Along with the sambar, there will be 2 other curries for Onam Sadhya. Here I skipped the dal curry. Sambar was already prepared. The other one is buttermilk curry with yellow cucumber. Added the cubed yellow cucumber into the cooker. Add some water, salt, turmeric powder and green chillies. Cook for just 1 whistle. Now for the curry, you will need grated coconut with cumin seeds and green chillies. Blend well and add to the cooker. Now let this cook for 2 minutes on medium flame. It has to boil for a minute at least. This is done. Let this cool down a bit and not completely. Meanwhile, I am chopping 1 bittergourd to make bittergourd kichadi. Slice it thinly as we need to fry till crispy. Now blend some curd in a blender. Gradually add the curd to the curry, stirring all time. Add salt. Do not boil this. Just when it starts to bubble, turn off the flame. Deep fry the bittergourd pieces in hot coconut oil. Now to temper the curry, heat coconut oil, splutter mustard seeds, fenugreek seeds. Now turn off the flame and add dried red chillies, curry leaves and a pinch or quarter teaspoon turmeric powder. The turmeric powder adds an extra yellow color to the curry. And this is done. While the bittergourd is getting fried, make a blend with coconut, green chillies and warm water. This needs to be fried till crispy. Now add the coconut blend into this, add some salt and mix. Then goes in half cup thick curd and mix all together. Here again, while tempering, I added just a tiny pinch of turmeric powder along with the other ingredients, and it's again to add a color. Moving on to the next dish, which is my favorite, and I guess it cannot be skipped for any Onam Sadhya. It's avial. Here again, I bought ready avial mix from the store to save time. Now for avial, the vegetables are cut in juliennes, and that which was thick, I sliced thin. Here I separated yam first, as this will be the first sauteed for 2 minutes in hot coconut oil. Later add 1 cup warm water. Now add the rest on top. Yam takes a bit more time to cook, that's why doing this step by step. Add turmeric powder, red chilli powder and salt on top. You don't have to mix. Cover and cook on medium-low flame. This is the final amount of coconut I have at present, so I had to skip whatever I had to use coconut. Blend with cumin seeds, green chillies along with warm water. You don't have to make it a paste. Just pulse 2 or 3 times, that's all. Here's how you'll knead the ground coconut. Now the vegetables are almost done. Add the coconut mix on top and spread. Let the steam come through. Give a mix and the vegetables are done. I blended curd in the same jar and added to the vegetables. Instead of curd, you can add raw mango, and this will need an extra step. You will have to take out all the vegetables, then add the mango to the pot and put back all the vegetables again and cook for some more time. Add salt and mix. Final few steps are adding some curry leaves on top. Then drizzle 2 or 3 tablespoons of coconut oil on top. Now don't mix this until you serve it, or at least wait for 15 minutes before mixing. I kept cooking the rice towards the end. There's another dish that I wanted to prepare, prepared with ashgod, but unfortunately I forgot to buy that vegetable. So the extra red cowpeas will have to be stored in the fridge for later use. I had prepared only 1 kheer and 2 more remaining. Another one is ada pradhaman. The main ingredient being rice ada, basically a rice flour batter cooked until thick and dough-like and dried out as thick long ribbons. We get it ready-made from the store. For that, boil enough water in a pressure cooker. Meantime, I'm warming some milk to add to the kheer that was prepared yesterday. When water boils, add the rice ada, give a mix and a drizzle of oil. Turn off the flame now, cover the cooker and keep aside for 1 hour. The rice kheer is very thick, so I'll add warm milk and loosen it a bit. You don't have to add completely milk, you can dilute it with some water and then warm it to add to the kheer. Now for sweetness, I'll be adding dark colored jaggery. Melt with some water. Preparing a third kheer is not very practical considering the time. I had bought this tender coconut kheer mix from the store, prepared it as per the instructions on the packet. Once jaggery is all melted, strain and keep aside. Into a cooking pot, heat some ghee and fry cashews. Here I am frying together for 2 kheers. Now to this goes in the melted jaggery and keep stirring. After 1 hour, open the lid, strain the rice adda and wash well. While the jaggery is getting thick, I fried few puppets. Into this goes in the rice adda and mix for 3 or 4 minutes on low flame. Then goes in the second extract of coconut milk and mix. After this gets a bit thick, turn off the flame and add the first extract of coconut milk and mix well. Finally goes in the fried cashews and this is done. Sambar was quite thick, so I added some hot water and turned on the flame to low and boiled the sambar for some time. Time to serve on the banana leaf. And that's a delicious Onam Sadhya I prepared for my family. Hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Do try the recipes and I shall wait for your feedback. Take care everyone. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, bye bye and happy Onam.